to the SOLA Network. Thanks for checking us out. My name's Michael Lee. I'm the Executive Director of the SOLA Conference, and I'm here with Eugene Park. He is one of the college pastors at Gospel Life Mission Church, and we just want to talk about mentoring. I know it's something that we've heard a lot about recently. There's a lot of online articles, so here with this video, we just want to share our experiences and some of our thoughts about it. So Eugene, for you, growing up and as a student, how have you experienced mentoring, and how has it personally benefited you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think growing up, especially when I was in high school, it was hard for me to find a mentor. I think a lot of older people in my church, when they were looking upon me, it was really distant. I'm the master, you're the pupil. So whenever we would interact, it was really hard to get anything going. It was more of like a lecture that every time I met with a quote-unquote mentor. But it wasn't until in college I actually came down to SoCal, and then I started attending church here. I met a college pastor, his name is Tom, and he actually just came up and said, hey, I want to meet up. And I thought like, oh, same old narrative. This is going to be an old guy just telling me how wise he is and how messed up I am. But I think what took me aback was he came to me at this level of, hey, we're both trekking through life together. And when I found that out, where I realized, oh, even the older people in my life and these mentors, quote unquote, like they're figuring out life as they go. It helped me so much realize like, hey, this life I'm living, it's not these are the things you need to do, but it's a journey that he wants to journey together. So that was really helpful for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, personally for me as well, like my life is from life stage to life stage. I've benefited so much from mentors, and a lot of that has just been men willing to come down to my level and spend time with me and just share and reflect on life together. So yeah, we definitely have grown so much from that. Well, as a college pastor at Gospel Life Mission Church, what does mentorship look like in your ministry and with your students and things like that?
That's a good question. Because of the nature of what I do, I meet up with a lot of students, and before, the approach I would take is what I learned from my upbringing, where I thought, oh, if I'm the older one, I need to have all the answers. I need to make sure I know exactly what I'm going to say. And every time I go to a meeting, I need to know exactly the perfection that I want to show. That's what the thinking I had. But I think my ministry with the college students that I have currently changed a lot. I think that the perspective I now take is more than a master coming to a student. It's two people journeying together and saying, hey, I'm a little ahead of you in this journey. I might have picked up some things in here and there, but the whole kind of theme that I want to give to that person is, hey, we're just journeying together. And what that looks like is it doesn't mean that I have to have all the answers every time I meet. It could even mean when we have lunch, we just talk. And when he asks me questions, they might say, I have no idea, but let's talk about it together. And it changes a lot, because I think a lot of times we think, mentoring has to be so formal, so structured. But to be honest, with the younger collegiates I'm meeting with, I think more than a master, or more than a sensei that they want to learn from, they just want someone to be there for them. Yeah. And I think that's just the key, where you just have to be available for that person.
You have called me deeper, and I'll go